Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope all of you are doing good. So after a long gap, I'm back to reviewing HMD's new product. This is the Dub series, and if you're wondering why does it look very similar or familiar, now I think this is made in collaboration with a company called Bode. And Bode is a company based in India. They do accessories like these earbuds, wearables, and they do have tons of items in their catalog. They have got manufacturing plant in India, China, as well as in Vietnam. So what I'm speculating is HMD is sort of replacing China with India for their feature phone segments, entry-level Android devices, as well as accessories for the global audience. So HMD is going to dichotomize as it has been before, where mid-range devices, high-end devices probably will be under HMD devices based in UK, and the rest of it for the rest of the world will be from India. Now, I'm speculating that we might be seeing a future replacement device for our Fusion and Skyline series, and I do hope that is the case. Otherwise, HMD UK would be probably just be focusing on enterprise devices, which will be a great loss to the general consumers out there. So having said that, this part of 3 different buds that was recently or quietly launched for the Southeast Asian market. This will also be making its way to UAE. For the audience in India that has been asking about this, this is very similar to what Bode has already have in their market at a lower price point. I think the design wise is similar, hardware might be slightly different, but in essence you do get a better packaging, better hardware and specifications for the Indian market with the Bode branding at a lower price point. So we have the X50 followed by the S60 followed by the P60 in the price order, and the S60 here sits in the mid tier, and we do have the P60 below it, which has active noise cancellation. So the X50 and the S60 does not have active noise cancellation. They do have environmental noise cancellation feature only, and the S60, which sits in the mid tier, has the Dolby audio function as well. Now, having said that, we are expecting an X50 Pro, which is basically a high-end offering with the active noise cancellation features, to be announced soon. And based on internal documents, we might be getting an HMD watch as well. So having said that, this is how the packaging looks like. This comes in 2 colors, the purple and the black one, manufactured, made in India, and HMD Dub branding is right here. A couple of its features in the back is the seamless in-ear detection, which is a rarity at this price range. Clear calls with ENC. This has 4 microphones, so you do get a very good noise cancellation effect. Low latency mode, multi-point connectivity, you can connect up to 2 devices, and you do have a responsive touch panel on each of the earbuds, which you can customize further with the app that you can download. And you do have a different sound mode and up to 35 hours of playtime, the dedicated app, IPX5 for splash and swear resistant, for mic with AI technology, and Google Fast Pair. Now the packaging contains a Type A to Type C cable, additional 2 different sizes of silicone ear tape, and the one that is pre-installed is in the medium size, and you want to get the right size so that the listening experience is good, and also the user manual. Now this is how the case looks like. It has this 2-tone purple color right here, and this design principle is also seen on the design of the stem of the buds themselves. So plastic enclosure, this has a 400 mAh battery, can charge the buds up to at least about 3 to 4 times. So each charge would allow you to listen up to 7 hours. So as I said before, no ANC mode, but that's not going to be an issue with the buds with this design. So 35 mAh each, 7 hours of listening playtime with each charge, and it also has this rapid charging feature. 10 minutes of charge gives you close to about 2 hours of listening experience, which is a very good thing to have. Now Bluetooth 5.3, and also it has this unique protection for its case in case you're using this high voltage chargers. So it has this surge protection, will definitely come in handy if you're using fast chargers to charge your buds. So plastic construction, pretty acceptable for this price point. The hinge mechanism is quite good, and you can see the light indicators on each of these buds. And if you see on the inner part, you do have the branding of the HMD Dub series right here with the battery capacity of 400 milliampere right here. Now this is the reset button. If you're wondering where it is, I'm going to take the buds themselves, and this is how they look. I kind of look it looks nice with this design. Pretty much reminds me of the Clarity series made by HMD before. I think this is definitely one of the best designs, and I wish HMD would have just continued with this design because it's got this cool LED indicator on its sides. Well, that's a missed opportunity in general for HMD, and instead of experimenting on improving this, they came with HMD Amp buds, and I think this is definitely useful and a very good idea, but the design of it till today, I can't really have this sitting properly in my ear if you're going to be exercising or moving about. So that is the downfall of the HMD Amp series. I do hope probably they can come with a better design. Certainly handy with this additional battery for charging purposes. So this is a time-tested design, sits well in the ear, it's comfortable, it's light, it doesn't move out. The stem is just about the right size, so if it's sitting on your ear, it's not going to be hitting on your jawbone. So if you're talking, if you're hitting something and listening to your earbuds, it's not going to accidentally push your buds out. And you don't have to spend a lot of time figuring how this is going to be sitting in. It just goes in and sits there, and this saves you the trouble, which I can't say the same for the HMD Amp here. Now, pretty much comfortable. 4 mics in total. You've got ENC here. The design itself passively blocks more than half the sounds of the environment out there, so you have a very immersive listening experience even without active noise cancellation. Now, having said that, from my recent trip to India, the general impression of the buds made by Boat is that they are affordable. There are a lot of varieties of different hardware specifications that you can get, and they are usually on the heavier bass side. So if you are a person who likes music or listen to music with heavy bass, then this is suitable for you. So it does deliver at this price point, but things gets a little bit tricky. They do have slightly more premium offerings costing about double of their average offering, which packs tons of new features or premium features into the buds, which don't seem to be delivering as what the consumer expected. And this is something that I'm going to see how HMD is going to be deciding what hardware or specification that we can expect from their similar looking buds that Boat is doing, or whether the creative control is going to be totally be under the Boat company themselves. So I do hope that HMD does at least some quality control to make sure that it is being delivered to the consumers, rather than just slapping on tons of specifications or features that don't actually deliver at the end of the day. So how do they fare? I like the listening experience. It's comfortable, it's very loud, and this is probably the first earbud where I have to actually test the sounds at 50% to start with, and I don't see the need to increase further because the design itself blocks all the unnecessary sound from the environment, and the listening experience is immersive. It is loud enough even at 50%, and you can go high if you want to, and that's up to you. And the application right here, which is the HMD Dub, which is a separate app from HMD Amp 1, allows you to fine-tune this further. So you get tons of features with the app themselves. Let me just show it to you. Now let me connect it back again. So the way it works is that the moment you take them out of your case, it will connect to your phone like it just did right here, and you can fine-tune them further. Slippery hands, fine-tune them further with the app here. So you got this 3-column sound, touch, and system. So under the sound, for the S60, you do have an additional Dolby audio feature right here, which you can choose between natural and movie. You got different presets of equalizer. You got default, balance, rock, classic, pop, club, and custom. So you can customize according to your likings. And under the touch, you can configure the type of response that you want with the touch capacitive, which is actually pretty responsive right here. So you can choose to customize the single or double tap to either play or pause, go back to the previous song, going forward to the next song, volume up, volume down, summon your Google Assistant, play or pause again, or go to beast mode, which is basically low latency mode, which is good for gaming purposes. So you can configure your right and left button. And under system, you can activate the in-ear detection, which actually works very well. And I actually enjoy this feature at this price points because I don't have to pause my music when I'm listening. I just need to remove the buds and the music automatically pauses for me to have a conversation. You can choose to have multi-point connectivity. You can connect up to 2 devices at the same time. And of course, a reminder to choose the correct ear tips, and you can also update your buds through the software right here. Now you got an additional feature to diagnose my device, which basically runs through the diagnostics of your microphones, buds, and the battery. And this is definitely something that is useful at this price point, which HMD only realized it towards the end of their experience with their buds, which is the HMD M bud, which is the first buds either by Nokia or HMD to actually have a dedicated software to control. So at this price point, it's definitely a welcome feature. Now, I do feel that it takes some time to switch between the two modes, natural or movie mode. It takes at least a good 5 to 10 seconds, but once it does switch over, you do get a confirmation on your earbuds that it has switched. And the diagnostics here, it takes at least about a minute, but all that is fine. Now, end of the day, how do they fare? For the price of about USD 30, you do get a very well built earbuds. The specifications are good. It's comfortable. It's slightly on the heavier bass side, but I think that would be something that people would prefer in general. And you can fine-tune your listening experience. The Dolby audio is certainly a feature that actually has a different effect. It's not just there for the sake of having a Dolby, but it actually does change the way you listen to your music. The output is definitely different between the standard and the movie one, and even the standard presets that you have with the app itself actually do deliver different output altogether. So definitely a very attractive choice of partnership between HMD and Boat to have this for the global audience. And I do actually welcome this collaboration because HMD does need to collaborate with the more affordable segment of the market, and the only way they can do that is either to partnership with manufacturers in China or India. And as we can see now, due to geopolitical reasons, India is the way forward with them. Not a bad idea in general, because if you go to the Boat website, you can see tons of very powerful spec earbuds at very affordable price points. So that is definitely going to be interesting how the future holds for HMD in 2026. But as of now, for these price points, with all these features built in, the listening experience, everything seems to be just good. And do take note that this is just my early impression on the HMD Dub S60, and time will tell if this is going to be something that is going to hold for extended use purposes, whether it actually delivers for its price point. So as of now, it's really an interesting device. I would probably recommend you to try this out because it's not pricey. It's actually quite affordable. It has its own dedicated app store for you to try out, and I don't think so you're going to lose a lot by investing in one of these. And there are 3 available in the market already. We are expecting the X50 Pro to be joining soon. So this is a very quick look into the HMD Dub S60 Enc. If you have any questions, do hit me up in the comment section or reach me out in X, and I will be reviewing on the X50 next, and I'll share that in a bit. So stay tuned and take care, and I'll see you in the next one.